whether you're a Nazir or whether you're a Kohen Gadol, if you come upon a Bes Mitzvah, you're permitted to contaminate. Correct? Okay. And we discussed, let's say you have two of them, which one's more preferable to contaminate, the Kohen Gadol or the Nazir? So it was Machlokes Tanoim in Mishnah. Is it because Kedusha Olam say if it's better than Nazir? Or do we say that because the Nazir himself has to bring a korban, and the Kohen Gadol does not, therefore that's the reason why the Kohen Gadol should be Metame and not the Nazir. And now the Gemara says, Minani Mili. How do we know that either of them could be Metame to a Mes Mitzvah? Where is it alluded to in the Torah? Minani Mili. Taner Rabbana, Alkon Nafshos Mes Lo Yovo. Okay? It says this pasuk is written by what? By a Kohen Gadol. He's not permitted to contaminate to anybody who's any dead. B'makos medabri. Iber chokim. Are we speaking about when nefesh means people who are not related to him? Some says it's not necessary. Kal v'chomu. Uma kohen hedge shu metami lekrovim and metami l'rechokim. A kohen hedge, an ordinary kohen, is not permitted to contaminate to strangers, and he's permitted to contaminate to his family. He's not permitted to contaminate to his family. So what does the Torah have to say? Right? It's understood. Right? When it says Al Kol Nafsh Meslo Yovo by the Kohen Gadol, that means the Krovim. So now we have a problem. So what is it? So what are the Krovim? So what does it go and now delineate? Father, mother, every one of them. So what does it say? Oviv. Yeah. When it says I'll call Nafsh Meslo Yovo, that's Krovim. That's the 7 relatives. So what does it say? Oviv. Oviv hu einu b'tamei. And what the Torah, what says Oviv, it's for the inference. To the father, not, right? Who metame, who the mes mitzvah, for a mes mitzvah, he can't be metame. That's what it writes Oviv. Because in terms of what, even though it's a little difficult, because we only have the Kal V'chomer, okay? Yeah, Tosos says the question, okay? Because it's not simple to Kal V'chomer. Because the Gemara says, what is Al Kol Nafsh Meslo Yovo? It must be Krovim, because if he's not be able to become their Krov, a Kohen Hedgetz could become the Krovim, he's not permitted. So what does that say? Al Kol Nafsh Meslo Yovo. So what is it? So it must be Krovim. The whole thing is, it's like circular reasoning. Because factually, we're here on Mem Zayin base, 47b on the bottom. Because factually, if it wouldn't say Loviv, I would say, how do we, there's no basis of Kal V'chomer. Kal V'chomer. If he's not allowed to be in Tam de Krovim, why does it have to say, Al Kol Nafsh Meslo Yovo? That must be Krovim. So what have to say Oviv? But we need Oviv. Otherwise, how do you make the Kal V'chomer? You understand? It's the whole thing circular reasoning. That's Tosis Kasha. Okay? So what's Ulimo? Okay, this is today's block. Ulimo l'gzera shava. That it says imo, that's to learn how to gzera shava, to what? To Nazir. The Rebbe, the Tanya. Rebbe Omer, Gabi Nazir. It says b'mosam. There's an extra word b'mosam by Nazir. B'mosam. Eino metame. A Nazir is not permitted to be metame to a corpse. What do you mean most? But it already says he's not metame to a corpse. What's b'mosam? Av metame hu linigam lizivosam. So Tosis says, even though that mitzvah is choshev kemes, so you would think that what? That maybe that he's not permitted, just as he's not permitted metame lemes. He's not permitted to be metame to a mitzvah when he's alive, to expose him to that level of tumah. So that writes the extra word b'mosam. No, it's a b'mosam and not something which is similar to tumas mes, which is mitzvah. Avol mitami hu l'nigam l'zivosam v'ein lid b'nozir. So now we have that by Nazir. How do we know now a Nazir is permitted to be mitami to what? To a mitzvah. How do we know that a Kohen Gadol is permitted to be mitami to a mitzvah? Right? Ein le'el Nazir the Kohen Gadol minayin. How do we know he's permitted to be mitami to a Nazir? Amrit lo yom imul Kohen Gadol. Let the Torah should not write imul Kohen Gadol. Shein Talmud Loma. It's not necessary. Why? It's not necessary. Shrei Kal V'chomu. Umayim b'mokum shekoyin hejid mitami loochiv mioviv. An ordinary Kohen that says he's permitted mitami loochiv, it's only ochiv min ab, only if they're related through the paternal, through the father. But if it's maternal, not. Ein kohen gadol metame, right? La'aviv, right? It has to be ochiv mi aviv, and a kohen gadol is not even permitted to be metame to what? Even to his father. So malkum shein kohen hedge metame la'ochiv mi imo, and odin shein kohen gadol metame la'imo. Right? So if that's the case, so the word imo by kohen gadol is totally superfluous. I have a kal v'chomer. So it says im zochiso bi'adin. He says if this will be a legitimate kal v'chomer, so matam imo. So imo is superfluous by kohen gadol. Right? Matam imo kohen gadol. Mufne lahakish loding man gzer shavas. I don't have gzer shava to nazir. What's next? Nemar imo ben nazir. And what do we learn from imo ben nazir? It says b'mosam. B'mosam lo yitame, but lenigo, but a nazir is permitted to be yitame to a mitzorah. And now I have a gzer shava imo by kohen gadol. I learn imo to say just as a nazir can be yitame to a mitzorah, a kohen gadol could also be yitame to a mitzorah. Nema imo kohen gadol imo amo ben nazir b'mosam en b'tame. Av mitame hu lenigam ulizivosam, right, by nazir. Although he's not permitted to be mitame to what? To his mother. But he's permitted to be mitame to a mitzorah, which is similar to tumas mez. Af imo homa b'kohen gadol b'mosam en mitame. Av mitame lenigam ulizivosam. So that's the value of the imo, which is written by kohen gadol. Okay? Okay? Ashon kohen gadol. So we've established the kohen gadol. How do we know he can be mitame by mitzvah? Because it was the inference. La'aviv eno mitame, avo mitame lemes mitzvah. That was the inference of what for aviv by kohen gadol. That's how we know a kohen gadol is permitted to be mitame to a mes mitzvah. But how do we know nazir? What do we know nazir? Suppose there's a question. What do we learn in gzer shava? We say in gzer shava lemechza. Imo should tell me, just as we're learning nazir. Kohen gadol from nazir regarding mitzvah. Let's learn back nazir from kohen gadol for what? For mes mitzvah. Right? We have a principle in gzer shava lemechza. Tosa asked the question. Good question. Okay? So nazir bin olon. The Tanya, it says in Torah by a nazir, Kol Yemei Haziro Lashem Al Nefesh Mes Lo Yovel. It says during the days of his nazirus, he's not permitted to come on Nefesh Mes. This is written by nazir. Shomeani, so if that's the case, Afil Nefesh Behema B'mashma. Nefesh, the word Nefesh by itself can mean even Nefesh Behema, even the carcass of an animal. Kinyan Shem Emar Maka Nefesh Behema. We find a Behema also has a Nefesh. So nefesh means a dead animal. Marka nefesh behema, right? You pay. But nefesh means the carcass. Talmudoma nefesh mes lo yomo. So what do it says by nazir? It's just not nefesh. It's nefesh mes. What's nefesh mes? It means a human being. The nefesh also odma kosim medaber. That's how I know that a nazir is not permitted to be mitame to what? To an ordinary mes. Because when it says lo yovel, it says al nefesh mes lo yovel. He says, I don't need that. I don't need that. What does it say? It says, lo yovo. Now, who's matami be'oil? Is an animal, even if an animal is matami be'maga, it's not matami be'oil. It says, am nefesh mes lo yovo. So what's lo yovo? That means you're already matami with the beer. Entering into the oil alone, that's enough to matami you. So that automatically, what does it tell? What kind of mess are we talking about? We're not talking about a carcass of an animal. Because the veil is only matami be'maga be'masa. Hari Omer lo yovo. The nafshos hametamos bebiya kosim medaber. It's the nefesh that's metame when you enter into the oil. Now we have a problem. Okay, so that's nazir. So we know that a nazir is not be permitted to be metame to a human corpse. Loved liimo ein metame. So what does that say? Loved liimo. Loved liimo ein metame. Metame ulemes mitzvah. So it's from the inference. Of course, I have an inference by nazir. Achlo yomar yeshli bedin. He says, but what does it have to say? The Gemara asks, what does it have to say? Of the imo, I have a kal v'chomer. Oma koyin gadol shekedushas kedushas olam. Metami lemes mitzvah. Koyin gadol, we have already established in koyin gadol that what? That he's permitted metami to a mes mitzvah, even though it's kedushas kedusha olam. So seemingly it's a more advanced kedusha. Yet the Torah says he's permitted to metame es mitzvah. So nozi she kedusha so olam. Eno din she metame lemes mitzvah. So what do we need of v'imot? I have a kal v'chomer. Moses lo babako and go l'sheinu maybe korban al tumoso. Got this a pircha, right? A kohen gold he knows kedusha olam, but a kohen knows there's something over him because if he's metame, the kohen gold he doesn't bring a korban. The nazir if he's metame, bring tomen nazir she maybe korban tumoso. Or maybe korban al tumoso lo yitamid lemes mitzvah. Maybe that's sufficient reason. Tamid loma lo aviv imo lo yitamid av mis mitzvah b'tamid lemes mitzvah. That's what I say. So it's from the inference. Therefore, I need of imo by nazir. Oh, eno mitami lo imo. Listen to this. Now the Gemara wants to say. Tosfos explains this, but maybe I'll say this. No, I'll say maybe eno mitami lo imo. Now he said, how do we know a nazir is not permitted to be metame to an ordinary, maybe to his parents not, right? No, so what kind of svara is this? What kind of svara is this? He says a svara because a nazir it says keser. It says in the post, yes, the keser nizirus al rosha, keser Hashem al rosha. So the Torah says, you understand, for a parent, he's going to grieve to such a degree it'll be disgracing the keser nizirus. All the mess, he's not grieving. He's not grieving. No. Even a regular mess. A regular mess. Not mess mitzvah. Not mess mitzvah. Maybe a regular mess, yes. For his parents, because he's grieving, it's not appropriate. But for an ordinary mess, he's not grieving. Right? See, maybe the Torah permits it. That's what it says the Svara. Right? Oh, Einu mitama avu mitami l'shamesim. Amrit kal v'chom. To answer, we have a kal v'chomer. Uma koyin hedjit. Shemetami l'krovim, enu metami l'shamesim. Right? You can't say better. We'd have neza keser al rosho by a regular kohen. By a kohen gold, we say even his self closest relatives. Right? But an ordinary mess, the Torah doesn't allow it. So you see clearly. Enu metami l'shamesim, nozish and metami l'krovim, enu dinchlo yitami l'shamesim. Right? So definitely not. So now we're back to square one. So if that's the case, so that's how I know it's Sharmesim. Even though Tosfos also deals with it's not so posh. Maybe by regular Kohen Hedge, you know why? Because over there it's what? It's Kedushas Olam. Right? Maybe that's the reason. Shtami l'Sharmesim. 1 second, we're on Hames. Hama Talmud Lomar Lov Imo who lo yitame. So now we have a problem. So what is it? So now I already know we can't be tam to ordinary mason. So what does it say? And I already. So what's the of Imo? Now I have a kal v'chomer from what? 1 second. Yeah. So it's from the inference of the imo. He says, without this, we're able to work it out. Why? Memru klolos b'kohen godol, v'nemru klolos b'nozir. L'chara we can learn from the memot. The Torah says that a kohen godol is not permitted to mitami to any mess, including his closest relatives. And we've established there that what? But for mess mitzvahs he's permitted, right? Nemer klolos b'kohen godol, nemer klolos b'kohen nozir, amaklos amurs b'kohen godol, lo'ova imodein v'tamim tamid l'mes mitzvah, avklos amurs b'nozir, lo'ova imodein tamim l'mes mitzvah, ot klach l'derzu, nemer klolos b'kohen hedjit, v'nemer klolos b'nozir, maklos amurs b'kohen hedjit, mitami lo'oviv, av klolos amuros b'nozir, mitami lo'oviv. Right? Do I make a memetzinu to kohen godol or memetzinu to kohen hedjit? If I make it to kohen gadol, so then the question is, then I don't need avivimo. So what's avivimo coming to teach me? But if I make the memotzinu to kohen hedjit, I say he's permitted to be matami to his parents. So therefore I need what? I need avivimo to say that a Nazir cannot. Tamlov imo el tami hol mes mitzvah metami. So Gemara says, "Homi boy late." So Gemara asks, if we're learning from Kohen Hedjit, I need other people to tell me that what? That he's not permitted. See, if I compare it to Kohen Gadol, it's an inference. Kohen Gadol, because I had a couple come from Kohen Hedjit. But over here, if I say just that Kohen Hedjit is permitted to be metame to what? To his 7 closest relatives, I would think what? The same thing by a Nazir. So if you're learning from Kohen Hedjit, how do I have the inference Aviv lo yitame, but Kohen Hedjit yes? I need the Torah has to say Aviv imo to teach me, not that they can't. That's the worst question. If I learn from Kohen Hedjit, I say Aviv is needed. But Aviv is needed, but what about imo? Imo is superfluous. But what does that say, imo? La'achiv, right? La'aviv, metame, lo mashen, metame la'aviv. La'achiv, metame. So what does that say? Achiv. La'achiv, ein, metame, lo mesmitzah, metame. Well, imo l'gzer, what I need imo for? L'gzer shava. Remember we had l'gzer shava before, that we learned to Kohen Gadol, that it's only to mess not, but l'nigoi, but if a mitzorah, Kohen Gadol can. L'trebi. Okay, so no, we can get the achos. No, you don't need achosa. We can get what does achosa teach me? Achiv teaches me what? Aviv teaches me that you can't be metame to Aviv. Of course, I'll learn from Kohen Hedjit. What does Aviv? What does Imo teach me? Right? Imo teaches me la'achiv. Achiv metame temel mes mitzvah. Imo I need for what? For the Gzera Shava, to the Kohen Gadol, that he could be metame to mitzvah. But what is achosa? What do I need achosa for? So it's achosa ain't metame, but he's metame something else. But we already know that a nazir can be metame from a nes mitzvah. How do I know? I know that from ochiv. La'ochiv hu de'ena metame, metame lemes mitzvah. Ma talmud loma. So what's l'achosa? We've covered the whole gamut. I mean, if his father can't metame to his father, why would I consider he could metame to his sister? Right? I need ochiv to teach me mes mitzvah. Yes, to the inference. But what do I need? Achosa is totally superfluous. Right? Achosa b'talmud lomar risho holach lishchodes pischo. Well, lomalis beno. What about a person who is going to shech and he comes upon a mes mitzvah? Well, lomal beno. Mishama shemes lo mes yochol yitame. Maybe he's permitted to be metame. Amrit lo yitame. He's not permitted to be metame. Right? So Tosa says, take a look at Tosa's over here. The third one on the page, on the base. Is this, what the Gemara is saying right now, he's going to Shechnas Pesach, Lachosa, yeah, that's Tosa. Chastam atam lo, maharishoy holich lishot pischo, abrit lo yitami, af ba'osa pesu mila greda below nozir. He's not, he's an ordinary Jew, he's going to do his Korban Pesach, but if he goes in, he's metame, he's not be able to do his Korban Pesach. How do we know he's not permitted to contaminate? He's not permitted. Because if he contaminates, he's not doing the Korban Pesach. If he goes contaminates, he's gonna. If he goes to be busy with the tumah, he's not gonna. It's not gonna be milah b'zmano. He's not gonna mal his kid on the 8th day. His son on the 8th day. It's gonna be the next day. It says below nos going go. Mishum lo osi essay to tumah. Shein bo kores v'dochi essay the pesach milah sheish ben kores. Takpish kunz b'svochen v'tul yom. San roch mefurish b'oraf here. So how do I know if that's the case, even for a mes mitzvah, maybe not? Here? Harei sholach lishchot pischoy. V'lomo beno v'shom v'shemes lo mes. Yochol yitame, amrit lo yitame. Because that's in esed ocha esed. Lochol yochol yitame lemes mitzvah. Even though you're going to forfeit what? Pesach Milah. You this? For an ordinary mess, a person has a chiv to bury his parents, to be metame. That does not override Milah and Pesach. Right? Lachosa lo yitame. Holames mitzvah. Even though he's forfeiting Pesach, is forfeiting Milah, yitame. Reb Kiva Omer. Reb Kiva says, Al nefesh elu harachokim. It says, Al not nefesh mes lo yovu. These are unrelated. Ma elu akrov meis, elu akrovim. It says, I'll call nafshos nefesh mes lo yovu. So not nefesh is from rechokim. Mes elu akrovim. Lo v'limo ein betame av betame hu lemes mitzvah. Lo, see, that's the case. That's Reb Kiva. Nefesh tells me rechokim, mes is krovim, and Ovi v'imo, because he's rejecting what the Gemara said in Amanal, because nefesh can mean nefesh behema. We're not considering nefesh to mean nefesh behema. Nefesh means unrelated. Mes is superfluous, teach me is krovim. Right? So what does that say? Oviv? That's for the inference. Lovein b'tamei leves mitzvah. So if that's the case, lochiv, what is that? Shema Yikoyin Godel Nozir. You hear this? What about if it's compounded? How do we know that if not only is he's a Nozir in addition, how do we know he can be Matami to a Mes Mitzvah? Because I only know from Oviv if he's one or the other. But how do I know if he's compounded? Even then he can? That I learned from what? Shema Yikoyin Godel Nozir, Lochiv, who ain't Matami, Matami Lemes Mitzvah. Lachoso. So what do I need Lachoso? We covered the whole gamut. Kedetanya, the answer is no. We have the other case. We discussed the Harisholach Lishcha Pischo. Loma has been no. So therefore, to tell me, still, Mes Mitzvah overrides that. Okay? So now the Gemara asks, Ula Rebbe Kiva, Zer Shoba, the Rebbe Mnole. So how do we know that he can be Matame for what? How do we know a Kohen Gadol is able to be Matame to what's his name? To a Mitzorah. I had Emo. Emo we learned to what's his name? I don't say, well, Reb Kiva didn't use the word Emo. Reb Kiva says, Love Emo in Matame. I don't know, why does he learn of Emo as one? 1 second. No, it's difficult. According to the Gemara says, what is Reb Kiva? How does Reb Kiva know the Gzer Shava to know it to Ramator? But again, Reb Kiva before says, and how do I know Mes Mitzvah? La'ov limo ein metame. What does he of mean? He should say la'ov ein metame. The word of is each one independently superfluous, as we said before. 1 second. Yeah. So the Gemara says, so Tosas explains, the Gemara later is going to ask that question. According to Reb Kiva, you need Ovim to teach mitzvah. Because remember what we said earlier, Tosas says, your father, how do we know it's your father? Because what? It's only Rov. Your mother factually is your mother. So therefore, I still need Emo. So maybe Emo, which is, it's fact, maybe you can't be Matami to the mitzvah. So Emo, ain't a Matame, but Matame to Mes Mitzvah. Right? He's not a permitted to Matame, not to Ovi, even though they're both definitely. Even it's semi, that, so I need both to teach me, not Mes Mitzvah, yes. But now, but I don't have Emo any longer. It's not available for the Gzer Shav any longer. I need Emo. Emo by Nazir is superfluous. But if I need, according to Reb Kiva, I learned from Emo, Ovi, Emo, Mes Mitzvah, yes. So how do I know that a Kohen Gadol can be Matame to a Mitzorah? Because I don't have a Gzer Shav now, because the word Emo by Nazir is not available any longer. Okay, that's the first question. Well, Reb Kiva Gzer Shav the Rebbe no Amalo Kiva the Amarim Kohen Gadol Nazir Lochiv Ein Matame Abatame Hu Lemes Mitzvah Mali Kohen Luchude Mali Kohen Nazir Luchude Kohen Gadol. He says it doesn't make a difference. I'm able to learn that one. This whole idea, if it's compounded, I can learn it from the same thing. Whether it's one or two, it's the same. He says. You hear what he says? Mali Kohen Gadol Luchude Mali Kohen Gadol Nazir. It's all the same. So I learned that from Ochiv. He's using that for Ochiv. The Rabbi Shmuel Kohen Gadol who knows Benolei. According to Rabbi Shmuel Kohen Kevon the Sharach Menachad Lav Gabi Mes Mitzvah Mali Chad Mali Train Lavim. Chosel Lomeli so that Chamina Ki Sharach Mono Lemes Mitzvah Noz v'koyin the isha lavihu avomilo pesach the kores lo itam in the mesmitz kamash malon. Okay, we'll stop here.